averagely, how many years do people stay in a relationship before they get married? They say between 2 to 3 years. Most people get married. I say, oh yeah, how long does it take for people in relationship before they sleep with themselves? He says it depends on their communication. Some 2 weeks, some 1 week, some 2, but average 3 months. I say, at what time in relationship do most relationship break before marriage? He say an average of 1 year. I say it takes 1 year for average relationships to break if it do not end into marriage. And it takes 3 months to start sleeping with one another. How do you now know who you will get married to? When most relationships that end in marriage is the one that stayed up to 2-3 years. Meanwhile, they started sleeping with themselves. And most marriage will end after 1 year. So you're saying if the guy started sleeping with the girl from 3 months, he has 9 months of sex. When he has not crossed the benchmark of when people break up. So if people are now permitted to sleep with people that they are sure they are going to get married to, and then most relationships don't end up in marriage, then what you just said is that you just brought back that first theory of sleeping with different people and then the marriage will end up in divorce. Makes absolutely no sense. Because what people did not understand, what brought me to this thing is that the moment you open one door, the ball begins to roll. The moment you give that small space, say, no, for this one, it's not really, the door is open. The ball begins to roll non-stop. That's exactly how iniquity is. You would have thought that, no, I'm just doing, it's only this one that's my problem. That's a lie. As soon as you say, now this one, you have started practicing it. You become better at it. So the girl is sleeping with the guy thinking it's just relationship. Then when that relationship spoils, she enters into the next relationship. Then before you know, before she got married to the person she wants to get married to, she has slept with 4 different people, 5 different people, 10 different people with different number of times you cannot really keep track of. Then she enters into the marriage and the marriage fails again. Are you not seeing the trick of Satan? And Satan knows that if you can sleep with this one, what will stop you from sleeping with the next one? God hates fornication, and wants to save fornicators. God hates fornication and wants to save fornicators. But guess what? You might start your fornication with class. But the more you continue in it, the more you realize you no longer have boundaries. If you don't deal with your windows and keep them shut, you know this your eyes, the Bible likened them to windows, Abi. This eyes is the one that is the real window that David did not close. It was not his room window. But when you read Ecclesiastes, they would call your eyes your windows. David said, I made covenant with my eye. I will not look. Let me ask you, when last did you rise up and set a schedule to learn a skill against the trend of an iniquity in your life? Patience is a skill. Forgiveness is a skill. The more you justify what the person did so that you don't forgive them, the more you are practicing how to not forgive. Even the one that you are sure you should forgive, you're not going to forgive again because you have learned it. Unforgiveness is a skill of unrighteousness, and some people are skillful in it. Lust is a skill. There are girls that have thought it okay. They can unzip a man. There are some girls that demons have taught them to be able to diagnose which man can be very good by reason of use. So put the 2 verses together. No, go back to Hebrews chapter 5. Put 13 and 14 together, so that you will see how people become skillful. See, everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, but strong meat belongs to them that are of full age, and those who by reason of use have their senses exercised. By reason of use, they have exercised. By reason of consistently using that skill, they are now exercised. They have become masters. So some people, by reason of use, they can look at a guy and say, this guy would be good in bed. They've never met him before. Real life. Some of these people, the problem is not that they have it, is that there's never been a day when something was set up against it. That's what God is watching for. Some people, you cannot keep money with them and meet it. It's their own. It's not their own. They know you. They don't care. Once money is in their hand, they will touch it and they will beg you later. It's theft. Some people have learned how not to look at somebody and say sorry from the heart. They've learned it. They don't know how to say sorry. This I'm telling you is real. If you notice once it's time to apologize, your heart is hardened. You have learned the skill unknowingly. There are some people that know how to say genuine sorry. There are some people that are liars. They cannot say sorry feeling wrong. They are never wrong in their eyes. You can't prove them wrong. Those things are skills of unrighteousness. Meanwhile, somebody can become skillful at righteousness. Some people know how to do iniquity and clean their tracts. It's skill. Some people know how to do iniquity and make sure nobody finds out. It takes high skill to stay around. You need to be more skillful in unrighteousness than our skill in righteousness to successfully keep iniquity from our knowledge. That means you have more ranks in unrighteousness than I have in righteousness. That's the way it works now. Have you seen Nigerian Air Force officer saluting police officer? Yes. Personnel day today. Where are our personnel? Yes. Even my pastor has saluted police. Yes. Because if the man is in a position that in the police is higher than what you are in the Air Force, is your senior. That's the way it works. So the army lieutenant, right? Or let's say the army captain, when he meets the Air Force squadron leader, he's going to salute him. That's the way it works. Even though it's a different armed force, because his rank there is higher than the equivalent of his own rank in this armed force, he salutes him. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying you might be Oga in your this thing. Somebody in another this thing. If he's higher than you, you salute that person. That's the same way. If evil get rank past you, you will submit to him. If a man has invested, that's why Christians that are giving their life to Christ still suffer in the hands of Babalawo. Because the Babalawo has committed more in darkness than the guy has committed to light. Do you know this thing about, it's not bad, I just cannot help it. It's not, that thing is not something you use to pity somebody. There are some girls, if a guy is around, they cannot sit down. Pastor Favor, you know, daddy know nothing. One boy is around. Class, Mr. Tunde just spoke to me now. He said I should tell the whole class. Now lie. One new student just did direct entry. When that person is not around, still. Lack of self-control. That's skill. Do you know another thing you can master? You can master greed. Agagon. There are some people now, but I swear to God, I know the man said those. In their heart of heart, they really want to give you. There are no great hope. Eh? This is true. In their mind of minds, they want to give you when you ask them. They have so closed their hands. How many of them don't ever say, I will give this person 100K? You will get the money. When time reach to transfer, I say, I just make her 80. Say, oh. No, I make her just give her 50. I need the money to say, I could send the 50. I mean now. Start type 50. Say, even this 57. I might just give her 35. He go say happy now. This life, who they give people money like that? You can drop from 100 till you gave him 25. Some people used to do like that for God. That's how you know money is their God. They can say, I'm God. I'm going to give you 20K once this deal enter. The deal enter. Bam. Send your 20K. Say, God, Abi, it's 20K. Abi, I don't make her 15. God go take her. God know now. God understands now. Send the 15. Abi, this 15 say, make I don't come and give God 10. The next deal, I go give another 10. You go end up send God 5K.